I'm Bstage, and I'm here with the great guys from Heartist, who's currently pulling hairs off my microphone.
Where'd you get all those hairs?
I don't know. Where did you get your hairs? Your mother?
And my father.
Yeah, good. Good to know.
They went in halvesies on it.
They went and had you.
Yeah.
And you got hair.
A little bit.
You got a lot of hair. It's hiding. It's hiding in the beanie. Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. So guys, introduce yourselves. What do you do in the band?
My name is Tim, and I play guitar and do backup vocals in the band.
How do you enjoy that?
How do I enjoy that?
How do you enjoy backup vocals?
It's new for me. I've only recently been doing it the past like 2 tours or so, but yeah, I just thought I could try to add more to the live show, and now we have Evan singing too, so should be better from here on out.
More dynamics in the band. Awesome.
I am Bryce, and I sing the songs.
You sing the songs, the emotional songs of life.
The heart-touching ones.
The heart-touching songs.
Yes.
So you guys just brought out your debut album, Feeding Fiction, 2 days ago, actually. How has this been? What has the release been like, and the feedback?
The feedback has actually been phenomenal, and we're kind of shocked by it. When we first put out the few singles, there was a lot of backlash. Just people like, oh, you changed your sound so much, and you guys suck now, and why aren't you playing breakdowns? And, you know, stupid shit. And I think that now that the album's out and people are hearing it in its entire form, I think people, I mean, it seems like people like it. We haven't heard anything negative yet.
That's good. What about you? What's your opinion on it?
I'm just glad people can see the work as a whole now and understand what we're trying to go for, because off the bat, the first couple of singles, people were like, oh, this is different, not sure where this is going, but then when you hear the whole album in full, you go, oh, I get it. Everything kind of has its, like, piece in the puzzle, so yeah, I'm really proud of it.
And what was it like for you guys to work on your first debut together with David Bennett as well?
It was fun. It was nerve-wracking, and it was really stressful, and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, traumatizing is a good word.
Why was it traumatizing, Tim?
He's just, you know, it's just, he's for sure watching. He's a legend. And when you step into a room with, like, creative minds that are that powerful, like, crazy shit happens. And it's really intimidating to go in there and, like, on our first album, trying to live up to all these albums that he's put out in the past, trying to think, how can we get our band on that level? So that was the hardest part, was just, I think, the weight of, like, expectation and knowing who we had the chance to work with, so we wanted to make it worthwhile.
Okay. Did he approach you, or was it Roadrunner that put you in touch with David?
I don't remember. He was always one of the guys we were like, wow, if we could do an album with him, that would be phenomenal. And I think that we were on a tour, and I guess he had heard the music or something, and the label had talked to him, and we went over and went to a studio and visited him for like an hour. Just met him and hung out, and we hit it off really well. So
that's good. And what was the recording and writing process like for you guys with this album?
It was really long. We've been writing this album for over 2 years.
Okay.
And I mean, it's gone through a lot of different variations where just our style has changed, and it's changed while we've been writing songs, and we've changed it based on new songs that we've written. So I mean, where we landed at the end of this like 2-year writing cycle was what you hear on the album. But it was long, and we went into the studio with like 26, 27 songs, and then we wrote another 4 or 5 in the studio that are on the album. So there's just so much that we've written that we wish we could put out, because there's some great songs that we have, like songs that we love.
And are you planning on putting those out later, maybe?
We're hoping to do like a B-side or a deluxe edition someday, just because we really want people to hear these songs.
Yeah.
Or maybe like put out an EP, or I don't know.
Yeah, totally. And did you guys push on your boundaries, and did you challenge yourself, you know, while writing this album? How did you do that?
Tim?
Yeah, it was a really interesting experience, because I had a vision going into it where I knew I wanted to get away from, like, the screaming stuff and typical, like, metalcore style breakdowns. I wanted to get away from that, just because I feel like, here's a famous David Bennett quote: a breakdown is for a musician that can't write a bridge. And bold words, but honestly, I think a lot of the most creative things that we wrote in the album were when we didn't have a bridge, and he was like, you need one, do it. And he pushed us to keep, like, to write a bridge, not just go to a heavy section like we would by nature. And I think it made the songs like more impactful overall because of that. We're able to finish off some like the stories and stuff, and make the songs end bigger than they would have on our demos. So yeah, so we learned a lot about like song arrangement and melody from him, how to set up big choruses, and yeah, it was a lot of big learning experience and a lot of fun.
And do you feel that you've grown personally as well while writing this album?
Yeah, it aged me like 10 years.
You look it.
Thank you. Thank you. I have wrinkles and bags.
Oh yeah, you look terrible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I definitely think that. I was actually just talking to Tim about this, about how I just feel like touring really grows you up really quick. Yeah. And I don't think it's something that a lot of people realize. I mean, when
it makes you tired.
I don't know if it makes me tired. It just, I don't know, I guess it calms you down in a way, or for me at least. Like I went into it and I was like a hyperactive 22, 21-year-old kid, and I was just bonkers. And now I'm here and I'm like, I'm old. I don't want to do anything.
You just want to sleep and cuddle the cat.
And yeah,
minimally, and go without and be fine with that.
And go without toothbrushes, apparently.
Yeah, I lost 2 toothbrushes on this.
The guy smells really bad.
No, I don't. I brushed with my finger.
And you scratched it off with your nail.
I scratched the plaque off.
So, you know, your lyrics seem really fucking deep and personal on the album, especially the song Manipulate, you know, going about how something you used to love becomes something you really hate. Can you go into, you know, the background of your lyrics a little bit and who wrote, well, I'm guessing you wrote them partially and where people are?
I wrote 90% of lyrics.
And what's the background of all the lyrics? Because it seems really personal and the album seems like it comes from your heart, basically.
For the whole album or for Manipulate?
For Manipulate in particular, but there's a lot of songs that I think are pretty personal.
Well, Manipulate was actually, it was a weird song to write. It was the first time I had ever written a song just out of anger. All the times that I've written a song, it's been, you know, like, oh, like heartbreak and love and, you know, whatever. And Manipulate was the first time that I was furious about a situation, like actively so mad about it when I went in to record it. And that was the first time that I've ever like really tried to channel anger into a song. And it was nice because it was a way for me to really just kind of let it out and let it go, let the emotions out. And I don't know, I'm a pretty calm person on most days. I don't really have any big emotional outbursts, so writing is a great way for me to be able to express myself and, you know, kind of.
So are most of the lyrics on the album really personal to you then?
Yeah, they all are.
Is there a song that stood out for you?
Some that stood out. I really love Skeletons. I love the message behind it.
Can you tell me something about the song?
It's about finding someone to love that takes away all of the misery in your life. Just finding someone that you can appreciate on that kind of level is just, it's rare. It doesn't happen.
Did you find it yet?
Most people. No.
Still on the lookout, aren't you?
I'm still looking out for it.
Still looking out for it. What about you? Is there any songs that really stand out for you?
I really love Ready to Change. Because I've always wanted to write a ballad, and one that was arranged how we did it, where the first verse really just one vocal and a guitar, and just all you're focusing on is the lyrics, and the song just keeps building and building and building until the very end. And yeah, I'm a big fan of like melodic guitar solos, so we really pushed Rob to like write some killer leads, and I think the song, especially like from the demo where it's just one guitar and vocal, and then coming to the final version, really transformed, and I'm really proud of it.
So I think the song you think you challenged yourself on the most?
Definitely, because it was total opposite of trying to write the heaviest song we could. It was, how can we just write the most like emotional song where we can just, I don't know, be really, what are the words I'm looking for?
Think.
And it's not really metaphorical, that song. It's pretty to the point. It's just like realizing that you've done wrong and you can't do anything to fix it, but you're ready to change from there on forward. And I think it has a great message, and I think it'll be a fun live song too.
Probably. And do you feel vocally you've challenged yourself really big? Because your previous EP is very different, I think, like, you know, compared to the album. So what do you feel you personally did different on the album than you did on your EP?
Well, when we recorded the EP, I mean, we were just dumb kids, I think.
I think you still are.
I mean, we're definitely still dumb kids, but I mean, we were inexperienced musicians, in a sense. So when I started singing, I wanted to emulate all these singers who could sing really high, because that's what I thought good singing was.
Okay.
Which is, now that I look back, I know that that's a ridiculous concept, but I pushed myself to sing higher and higher and higher.
Okay.
And because of that, like, when I wrote the EP, I have all these notes that are astronomically high, and everyone talks about them. They're like, wow, how can he sing that high?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have an answer because I shouldn't have been.
Right.
So with the full length, we dropped the tuning down, and I dropped my singing into my comfortable register where I should be singing, not those astronomical, stupid high notes that
How did you do it live? The high notes?
Not well, actually. Not well at all. I think there've been like 4 shows during that I was like, wow, I really could sing Disconnected tonight. Can't.
Just on the record, that's all.
Yeah, just on the record.
So you guys are coming from like Southern California, LA area. What kind of music did you grow up with as a kid, and do you take any of your musical influences from then into your music nowadays?
Orange County was huge for me growing up. Like, I used to listen to Atreyu and Thrice. Both were huge from Orange County. Event Sevenfold. There's a lot of big bands popping up around the area that like inspired me to want to push myself to that level. Yeah. Like, just thinking, hey, these guys live down the street from me. Why can't I do it too? So I just worked my ass off.
What about you? What music influenced you as a kid?
When I was growing up listening to music, it was really about vocalists that could pack emotion into stuff. So like My Chemical Romance, loved that song Ghost of You. Oh yeah. Perfect. Cry every time. I mean, that's the kind of thing that I was really into. But I mean, I listened to Thrice, Under Oath, Soilwork. I mean, I listened to a lot of stuff. Disturbed. I was on the Tattoo.
Don't even go there.
It's our favorite band.
All the things she said.
Yeah, Tattoo.
Oh yeah, what did she say?
She just repeated that line a lot. And it's really catchy.
Yeah, she did. So mostly metal bands into that sort of genre.
Metal and rock and stuff. And I mean, obviously I listened to random style. Daniel Bedingfield growing up.
What was that song again? Oh, that was back in the 90s. I know exactly which one you mean.
Yeah, I had his album. I would play it all the time.
All the time?
I think I jumped around and danced to my bed.
What about the Spice Girls?
Oh, hell yeah. Spice Girls were a staple of our growing generation.
Is that your thing?
It wasn't my thing.
Baby Spice? 40 Spice? Who were you?
Who was I?
Who were you?
Are you saying that I wanted to be one of the
yeah.
girls? Baby Spice, for sure.
Posh. Totally, yeah.
Totally Posh?
Yeah.
You love Posh?
Yeah.
Did you have a poster above your bed from Posh?
I totally did. Patrick had one too. Our tour manager.
So,
hey, you want to hear a funny story real quick?
Go on.
My first concert ever was NSYNC. That was the first time I ever went to a live event and saw live music.
That is great. That is 90s. When did you go? In the 90s? 2000s?
It was 98.
God, that is a long fucking time ago.
Yeah.
How old were you at that time?
8 years old.
8 years old, and you went to NSYNC.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
What was your first show?
My first show was My Chemical Romance.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 16, 15.
That's pretty old for a first show.
Actually, that's very old for a first show. I didn't actually start even singing until I was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
You did good then.
Oh, thanks.
I think I saw my first show the same year that Matt had his first tour.
Yeah, Matt's the drummer. He's getting a little older these days.
Yeah.
47.
Oh my God, he needs to retire.
He's not 47.
I know.
I'm glad he's back, by the way.
Yeah. Why are you glad he's back? He jumped up the tour for a while, right?
Yeah.
He was sick.
Matt had shingles, so he was home for the first, more than half the tour. He was home. And we had our fill-in, Jordan, who filled the shoes well. But I'm stoked to have Matt back. Just crushing it every night. Been playing some good shows.
Great drummer. So you guys, you are always super chilled and laid back. I'm not going to go into the reasons why you're always super chilled. But y'all don't seem to put up a front or a gimmick or anything like that. Do you feel this is putting you closer to your fans as well? Or you just never bothered with it? You're just yourselves and you play. That's what I think about it.
I think my big thing with this band is I believe musicians should put all their passion into the songwriting. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. If when people hear the song, if they connect with it and they're going to take something out of it and it's going to affect their life, that's awesome. That's all I really care about. Yeah. All the other stuff, how cool you are, what you look like, and what kind of vehicle you're touring in, like, God, man, there's so much shit that doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. And I'm sick of it. It needs to go away. People
I completely
on songwriting and care about the music more than that.
And what's your opinion on people that put up a front and try to be cool on stage?
I think it's the standard frontman appeal, and I think that's what people look for.
Do you think you have that appeal?
No, God, no.
God.
I don't think
you're just a nerd.
Oh, I'm a total nerd.
You are a total nerd.
I go on stage and I just kind of I'm like, hey everyone, we're gonna play some music now. And I do my thing on stage, and I actually feel like this is the first tour where I've really come into myself as like a on-stage performer. Yeah. But I'm not serious at all. I'm goofy. I take people's cameras and like take selfies and shit.
You are the best selfie taker.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That was not true, but oh well.
Wow. You took it back from me.
I did. I straight away did that. I'm so sorry. So you guys at your first European tour a year and a half ago with Killswitch. How was that? And when the hell can we expect you back in Europe?
Yeah.
We miss you in Europe.
I miss Europe, and we're supposed to be back in the spring, tentatively.
Hopefully.
Let's hope it works out, because, we miss the crowds over there. It's going to be...
There's no in and out, though.
I'm cool with that.
We're going to freeze dry it and bring it with us.
That sounds disgusting.
It probably would be, but it's in and out.
Yeah, but how is Europe for you guys? Do you feel your fan base has grown in Europe since you did that tour?
Yeah, I don't think we had a fan base in Europe before we did that tour. And people are still asking us all the time, like, come back, come back, come back. And we get a lot of love from
all over the world.
It's weird. It's very strange. Yeah. It's not strange, but it's strange for us.
And how has Roadhunter supported you with that as well?
They're the only reason that we could make it over there. Yeah. It was, they got us onto that tour with Killswitch, and that's... Thank you, Roadrunner. Thank you.
Thank you. And how have they supported you as a band from the start?
They've always believed in us. From the first time we sat down with them and their big round table and we talked about our future and what our plans were, they've always said, just do what you're doing. Don't change what you're doing, just do exactly what you're doing.
That's really good.
It's very, very cool.
So no one's ever tried to change you?
No. And you know what? We get, message to you viewers, a lot of people think that we signed to a major label and sold out, which is fucking stupid, because that's just not how the business works. You don't just sign to a major label and suddenly they're like, all right, guys, here are your rock band instruments. It's time to stop playing gent music.
That's not how it works.
That's not how
You're still in a smelly van.
I'm still in a smelly van. I still have no money on me.
Still no toothbrush.
Still no.
They don't even give you a toothbrush.
Yeah, no, the label did not decide what we did. We came into our band with our vision of what we wanted to do, and we are setting off to accomplish that, and that's what we did with this album. There's a lot of people that want, I don't know, it's weird that they want us to be whatever they want us to be, and they're pissed at us because we're being what we want to be.
Why?
I don't know, because they're dicks. Or internet
That's
trolls.
Bad. That's not cool. Unfair. So what's next for Heartist after this tour?
We're trying to lock in a tour for the fall. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to be at home playing video games.
Playing with your cat? Cuddling her?
Cuddling the cat.
What's the name of your cat?
Sammy, Princess of the World.
Why is she a princess of the world?
She's my princess of the world.
Oh my God.
She's the princess of my world.
Is that what happens when you get to your age? So it's just like, that's it, you're done. It's just cats.
Read books about your cat.
The cat is the princess of his world. No more girls for you.
No.
You got one princess, that's it.
No. Maybe a queen someday, but...
No, there we go. Are you planning anything when you get home? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some cool stuff to put out for new content. We discussed some acoustic versions of our songs. Might work on that. Maybe some cover songs. Just try to fill up some stuff and just give people stuff to listen to, check out. Yeah. We actually have we did a live session It's called the Alchemy Sessions, and that'll be coming out pretty soon too.
Awesome.
So
We can wait out for that.
Yeah, we did 2 live songs in a studio. It's all mic'd up and multi-camera shot, so it'll be pretty cool.
Is that why you were recording the album then?
It was afterwards.
Okay.
So yeah, we're just trying to plan on doing that.
Well, hopefully we're going to see these guys back on tour. And this was Romina for Bstage with the lovely Bryce and Tim, who smell like they haven't